YouTube family, what is up? I haven't done one of this in a long time, but today, man, I brought a young buck on. I mean, Steven looks like what? You're 18, bro?
I'm 19 this year.
Okay. So Steven is 19. He closed his first deal, what, a year ago?
A year ago.
For like 2,000.
A JV deal, right?
A JV deal for $2,000. And then you went on and to close more deal after that one, correct?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So my question to you is, which one do you want to talk about today? I mean, we can talk about your first deal, how you got it, and then we can talk about maybe one of your favorite deal that you recently closed. Are you cool with that?
I'm cool. I mean, after that $2,000 JV deal, after that, during the whole year, I JV with other wholesalers, and I just want to give a note to all these wholesalers out there that the ones that are afraid to spend money in marketing, you can just find other wholesalers in JV, and then you can find deals that way, which I've done over 10, 15 deals that way without spending any ways in marketing. But yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, Steven, let's go ahead and talk about your first 2,000 deal, right? I mean, your first $2,000 wholesale deal.
Right.
Okay. So how did it happen?
I found on Facebook, I got in contact with another wholesaler that had that deal under contract, and I had found that buyer on Facebook as well out in Houston, and that spread was 4,000, and we split 50-50. And then
so basically, okay, so you found a deal from another wholesaler on Facebook Marketplace.
Right.
And then you also found the buyer on Facebook Marketplace.
On Facebook as well. And
okay, so how do you find that buyer?
Well, from Facebook groups, they were commenting and wanting another flip. I got in contact with them. I sent them that deal, and they were interested, and they walked the property, and then they were ready to go after.
Okay. So Steven, now let's talk about, okay, so that was a JV deal.
Right.
How long did it took you to close that deal?
Within 2 weeks, pretty quick.
And did it cost you any money?
$0.
$0.
$0.
Okay, so after that one, how did you close your next one?
Another same strategy, just finding other wholesalers and also finding other buyers too, and just connecting the dots together without having to spend any money in marketing.
Okay, hold on a second. So Steven, you closed your first one for $2,000 as a JV deal, and then your next one is also a JV deal. And how much you make on that one?
I believe another 4,000.
Okay, so $4,000, and then after that, another JV deal.
Yeah, they're in that from a year ago. I mean, yeah. So total out, I'm not even sure how many, but it was a lot. But it's small fees, right? Since it was a JV, and margins were a bit tight. So, but total almost around 50,000, about just off of total JVs. But now doing my own marketing right now. But yeah.
So Steven, so you make $50,000 all from JVing deals with people.
Right, in that first year. And I just new to the game too.
Damn. So for those of you who don't know what a JV deal is, Steven, could you roughly explain I mean, it's actually very easy, but could you just kind of break it down, explain to them what it is?
So with the JV joint venturing, it can be either way. If you had a deal under contract and you don't have a buyer, you can reach out to other wholesalers that might have a buyer for you, and you guys can potentially 50-50 split or 60-40 split. And the other way around too, if another wholesaler has a property under contract and you know buyers and you can make relationships with more buyers, you can potentially just connect the dots to it, and then you guys can 50-50 on that split on that fee.
Love it, man, dude. I mean, so Steven, so you're 19 now. You got into real estate when you were 18.
Right.
The first $50K you make was all from JV.
Right.
So now you're starting to close your own wholesale deal, right?
Right. And I believe, or not a few months ago, my first deal I closed just on my own was $10,000.
Hey, let's go, baby. So everyone in the chat, show Steven some love. Okay, Steven, so let's talk about that first deal that you did all alone. where you actually found the seller, talked to the seller, got under contract, and then find the buyer. So tell us the entire process. Like what list? How did you get a hold of them? Yada, yada, yada.
Oh, with this one, I actually had Facebook ads, not through a lesson.
Oh, okay, nice. So you were running Facebook ads saying like, hey, we buy houses or we buy ugly houses. Okay.
And this one was out in Houston. It was actually like it wasn't even distressed. The property was around like 700,000, which is pretty high end in Houston.
Damn.
Right?
Okay.
And with the seller here, it wasn't distressed, but they were really motivated since they had put in an offer on another house. They wanted to downsize. So that property was worth around 700,000. And they were wanting 650 at first. Negotiated them all the way down to 600.
Damn. Damn. Okay. So they wanted 700,000 and you negotiated them down to like 600,000.
600,000. Right?
So Steven, did you went out to meet the seller or see the property, or was all of this done over the phone?
All virtual over the phone.
Okay. So they basically didn't question your age, nothing.
Nothing. They didn't even know anything.
Did they ask for like proof of funds or anything like that?
Nothing like that, no.
Damn. Were they Asian?
Yeah, they were. They're actually Vietnamese too.
Really? Well, Steven, all I got to say is, dude, in 12 years of me doing this, dude, I have never done a deal with Asian, which means like I've never gotten a deal from an Asian. So, dude, I'm shocked.
Dude, they were hard to deal with at first too, but that's why I think also I remember watching your videos. I remember when I first started your 3-day videos of I remember the 3 days of, you had just how to build a rapport with the sellers was very important with that deal. And I think with that deal, with how it happened, was just building a good relationship with them and for them to trust you.
Steven, are you Vietnamese, bro?
I am, yeah.
Because you and I have the same last name, bro.
Yeah.
So, okay, so dude, I'm in shock, bro. So you got the property under contract. Okay, now how do you found the buyer? And don't tell me, dude, the buyer is also Vietnamese or Asian.
He's also Vietnamese, yeah.
Okay, so Steven, tell me, how do you find the buyer? And did the buyer and the seller end up talking? Because, dude, I know us Vietnamese, bro. Yeah. Like, we talk, bro. So talk to me.
Met that buyer from Facebook as well, and we actually had a good relationship before, so I had him walk the property after when I got it under contract, and then that seller actually trying to go behind my back with the buyer, but then the buyer, he knows just not to. That's why it's also good to build relationships with your buyers too, you know. And then he was trying to go get a higher price with my buyer, but I let him know to walk as my contractor. So, and then we have that relationship, me and the buyer, so he knows not to go. And like, it would basically kill the deal. So I signed it to him for $610, and that got that $10K assignment fee.
Damn, dude. So, okay, I mean, listen, for those of you who watch this, the one thing you need to understand is being able to build a relationship with your seller and with your buyer. It is extremely important. So the seller was trying to cut you out, right, Steven?
Right.
But because you built a relationship with the buyer's like, dude, I'm not going to do that to you.
Right.
Plus, the seller wanted more than the 610. Okay, so how long did that deal took you, my bro?
From negotiating from the start, 3 weeks about, I remember.
Okay. And how much money did you come out of pocket to get that done?
I think $2,000.
$2,000 because you spent $2,000 running the ads.
Right.
Came across the seller. And then, so basically you end up making an $8,000 profit.
Right.
Which is not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Steven, I mean, so what does your wholesaling business look like right now?
Right now, currently I have VAs calling for me from overseas now. And
okay,
then,
so you got a VA that's cold calling for you.
mm-hmm.
Okay. What else?
That's just about right now, but just still exploring other marketing strategies and see which one's probably the best.
I see. So you're based out of Houston, Texas.
We're actually out in Southern California.
Oh, damn. So you're virtually wholesaling.
Right, virtually, yeah.
Because I say, dude, Houston, Texas, it's there's a lot of Asian there, man.
Mm-hmm.
And typically, I try to stay away from the Asian community. So I get a lot of you ask me, so Khang, what about like, you know, California, like Orange County? Dude, I said, stay the F away from Orange County, dude. Dude, these Asian, bro, they're tough, bro. Like,
want every single dollar and every penny off for their property.
Dude, absolutely. And the thing with Asian too is, dude, like they will find every single way, dude, to make as much as they can on it before they take the route where they're gonna sell it at a discount. And Steven, I say this all the time, dude. If you end up buying a deal from an Asian, you either gonna end up breaking even or you're gonna lose money. Like you're not gonna be able to make money on it. So, dude, dude, I gotta say it's bravo, bro.
Thank you.
So, Steven, like, do you go to college or no?
I do currently, yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're going to college and you also doing this.
Online classes so I can have more time to focus on wholesaling. Just
okay. And so what are you studying?
Business.
Okay, business. And so what's your plan?
Not work that job, man.
Not work the job, dude. So you're taking business class. How long is that going to be? Like 2, 4, 5 years? I'm not sure.
Right now, freshman in college, so 3 more years. I mean, Asian parents, they want me to graduate, but if I can, you know, make more money and get more deals, like, you never know.
Hey, okay, so you go to business studying for what? Like, what?
Finance.
Okay, finance. How much money is going to cost you?
I mean, 10,000-20,000.
Okay, for 3 years.
Really, yeah.
So it's going to cost you about 20 G's.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then you're going to wholesale on the side.
Hopefully make that full time, but yeah.
Hey, let's go. So is your goal, Steven, is that if you can make wholesaling work as a business and build a business out of it, you rather go all in on that than having to go to college, right?
Right, for sure.
Okay. So you're now just having to prove to your parents, I mean, look, bro, you already made 50K from no money, and then now you just closed your first wholesale deal, dude. I mean, bro, it's time to go all in.
All in, right.
So are you planning to retire them or what?
That's the goal. That's the goal. And
that's the goal, baby.
Yeah.
So, Steven, like, let's just say that when you first got in, dude, I mean, were you scared?
Yeah. I remember my first ever cold call. It was on a for sale by owner on Zillow. And knowing nothing. I remember telling my dad, too, how scared I was. And that first call just went really bad. But that's why it took about a month just constantly watching videos on YouTube, watching your videos, learning just the whole entire process. Definitely helped. And after that month of learning, then taking action, just making moves, and then closing that 2,000 first, and then seeing that deal hit your bank account I think that was the best feeling out of it all. So
so with all of this going down, did you tell your parents?
Yeah.
And so what did they say?
My parents are really shocked. I remember too when I first started, I didn't want to spend any money, so I was calling realtors on market for 2-3 hours a day. After school, right? First thing I would do is call realtors, and I remember I was doing that for about almost a month, I'd say. It was hard to work out. You would probably need to make a ton of offers, and I remember my mom saying was like, "You're doing all this calling, you probably won't even make a single penny by doing this." And it was tough, I'd say. A lot of work and dedication and discipline for sure in the beginning, and that was the hardest part.
So, I mean, what do they say now, Steven?
They're proud. They're proud.
Nice, bro. So, so what is your plan now? I mean, is that the only deal, Steven, that you have closed where you actually found the seller, negotiate, put the deal under contract, like you actually wholesale it?
Right. Then right now, another condo deal out in Houston.
Damn, dude.
$1,000 deal. And then I have another deal right now, but the seller is pretty scared to sign the contract, and that should be another 10,000 a land deal out in Houston. But once they get that signed, it should be another 10 to 15,000 hopefully.
Damn, bro. So you got a deal currently under contract right now. That that's don't tell me, dude. Don't tell me it's Asian too, bro.
Oh, this is off from my VA calling.
Okay, I know, but the seller, are they Asian or not?
Oh no.
Okay. So you got lucky on that first Asian, bro.
Yeah.
Okay. So Steven, so you currently got a deal right now that's under contract that you're gonna make 10,000 on. You got another one that the seller is afraid to sign. Right. So my question to you is, how do you? So maybe I can show you how to overcome it, so you can call them back and get them to sign.
Right.
So the question is, what are they afraid of?
Well, I believe the seller is around pretty old, around 90.
Okay. Yep.
And they're just scared. They're saying they're afraid of some kind of scam or something. Okay.
And how do you? Okay. So what do you say? What do you say to overcome that objection?
I'm telling them that we have bought lots and we're familiar in the Houston area, and we will handle this as a hassle-free, and make sure you get paid at the end of closing. And then right now they're just saying they're gonna have someone look over the contract with them and make sure everything's good. And all I do is just keep following up and calling them back.
Okay, hold on a second. So Steven, is that the exact word that you told the seller?
Or not the exact words, no.
But something along that line.
Something along those lines.
Okay, so Steven, let me help you out, dude. So number one,
yeah, this is the first overcame the situation where a seller doesn't want to sign.
Wait, say that again.
This is like the first time like I've had this happen to me where a seller's like afraid to sign like this. So yeah.
Got it. So Steven, typically, dude, here's what you say, okay? When the seller said, when the seller say they are skeptical and yada yada, and you can tell them, Steven, you would be like, let's just say you're the seller. I said, Steven, I understand where you're coming from, right? My parents was in that position, so I know where you're coming from. And I would never want to see that happening to you. I can tell you, Steven, I've been working for this company X amount of time. So Steven, now that you got the capital, dude, you should create a Facebook page. You should also have a website. It's cheap. I mean, I don't know how high tech you are, but you can go in a few click and you can create your website within, like, we buy houses cash, yada yada yada, with AI, with all the tools, dude, probably within like 5 to 10 minutes. So you need to have a Facebook page so they can go and check out, and then you should also have a website. I think a website would be better, right? But you could have both, because if you're playing this long term, you can always send them to both places, and when you get testimonial, you can always post it in both places. So that would be your next move, Steven. But typically how I overcome, man, is seller would never even ask, like, if you know how to handle this, dude, the seller never even ask me for my website, okay? But typically that's what you would say. So what you need to do, Steven, is you need to acknowledge that they're afraid. Saying, my parents, so find something that you can say that you can relate to them, to let them know that you understand, right? And I would continue by saying, so Steven, how this is going to protect you and protect us as a buyer, because believe it or not, but we also got scammed on a transaction, and this happened not too long ago, right? So now you just make up story to make them feel comfortable. Not too long ago, where the seller was not actually the owner of the property, they signed the contract. We move forward to closing, Steven, and all of a sudden at the time of closing, they pull up the record, the title. That seller was not on it. It was actually her brother or his mom or his dad, whatever it is. So I understand where you're coming from. So I do not ever want that to happen to you. And for us as well, we want to make sure we're protected. So how this is going to happen, Steven, is that we do use a local title company which is a third party, Stephen, which mean at the time that you sign the final paperwork to actually sell your house, Stephen, you're going to actually sign it at a local title company. So they will review all the information with you. They will review all the number with you, Stephen. So if it's not exactly what we talked about and agreed upon, right, you don't have to sign it. And the only thing it's going to cost us. It costs us the time and the money because we're paying for all of those costs.
Right.
So that's how you give them a peace of mind. And for us as a buyer, Stephen, all we want is a clear title to the property. That's it. But I can reassure you, Stephen, that I have done many of this. I work with this company for a long time. So always negotiate, Stephen, as you are just working for the company or with a group of investors, and this is your job. Because it's easier to sell as a third party than it is selling them on who you are. Make sense? Because everybody, when you say, well, I wouldn't do that to you, I would, they'll be like, of course you say that. But if you're saying, hey, I work for this company, it's to them, it will come off as more like legit. Because you're not the actual person that they're trying to negotiate with. Make sense?
Right.
So if I were you, always say that. And you shouldn't have any problem. And then you can also tell them, hey, everything we talked about and agreed upon, Stephen, is in the agreement. So don't use the word contract. It's in the agreement. And Stephen, I want you to be absolutely comfortable, right? Once you decided to move forward with us. And I want to make sure that this transaction is going to go smooth. It's going to be the easiest transaction you ever have. Okay? But if you have any concern, any question, you want anybody to look over the agreement, Stephen, don't hesitate to do so. And if you have any question or concern, please don't hesitate to call me back. I love to walk you through it and making sure that we're both on the same page and that you can move forward with us with confidence. And when you can say like that with confidence, Stephen, 9 out of 10 times, most seller will say, well, I'm going to have a realtor. I'm going to have my attorney review it. They are just bluffing, which means they're saying that to make sure if you are a scam, then you be like, oh, no, right? So that's why they say that, because they want to put their guard up. But most sellers that say that, dude, and I come back with that objection, most of them sign and we get it back the same day or the next day, no later.
Right.
All right. So Stephen, fine. Last but not least, dude. Okay. What are the advice or tips that you would give to someone who maybe are like young, like you, 18, 19, 20, and want to get into the game, but a lot of them say, well, I'm too young, I'm too this, I'm too old, I'm whatever it is. What would you say to them, man?
Discipline and focus, to those two words right there. And you just gotta really want it bad. I know some other people, they want to get into this business and they want to learn and they just never take the action. I remember what you said in the beginning when I first started too. You have to take action, and it takes hours, sometimes not even months, to close your first wholesale deal. You just gotta keep putting that work in. There's so many different ways to make money too in this and wholesaling. So just gotta keep your head down and keep pushing.
I love it, Stephen. From now on, dude, anybody asks you, hey, dude, does this work? Am I too young? Is it too late to get started, or yada yada, or am I too old? I want you to come back and I want you to say this to them, Stephen. When people come at me like that, dude, I'll say this. I say you're either making money or you're making excuses. Which one? Only one of them will make you rich. You're either, because the people who are making money, Stephen, they don't make excuses. They don't say, oh, I'm too young, I'm too old, it's too late for me, I don't have the money, I don't have the skills. Dude, they will find a way to get to the money. So they focus on making money, not excuses. And the people who focus on making excuses, Stephen, they are unteachable. So it doesn't matter what you say to them. You can even show them the check. They will make some kind of excuses to not actually do it. So that's why, dude, the people who make excuses will never make money. Like in my family, like they see me wholesale and they see me make money. But they will be like, oh, you know what, Khang is this, he's that, he's got lucky, or, he been doing this for a long time, or he has a mentor and this and that. And dude, but why can't you? Like my mentor didn't come for free. Dude, I pay the dude a lot of money, right? And then there are people actually have done it without any mentor. So, Steven, did you have a mentor?
Did not know.
So you were just watching all the YouTube video, soaking up all the information, and you just took massive action.
Right.
Dude. Bravo. Steven, I want to say, dude, I appreciate it. Thank you so much, dude. I am so proud of you, bro. All right. And your parents, like, you already know it. They are extremely proud of you. Because I remember when I was 18, dude, like you, I was lost. I was confused. I was making $8.50 an hour working at a J.O. to be like a little bitch. So I got to say, dude, you are boss status, baby. Congrats, bro.
Thank you, Tom.
Hey, I appreciate you, dude. Have a good one, bro. All right. So for those of you, listen up, okay? So Steven is talking about like JV deal, okay? I better shut off TikTok because they're going to ban me because I went too aggressive. TikTok is sensitive, okay? So check this out. For those of you who be like, hey, Khang, how can I do JV? Let me show you the software, okay? And I've shown you guys this multiple times. Like if you don't want to talk to the seller, if you don't want to talk to the seller, negotiate, put the property in the contract, if you just rather find the wholesaler that already has a deal under contract, which means they already done 50% of the work, and you just find the buyer, link it up, and make your profit, dude, it's a 50-50 split. So just like Steven, what if you close one JV deal a month? One JV deal a month that can make you $10,000 or $5,000. Who here would be interested in that? And my next question is, who here would spend $149 a month to be able to find, where can I find these deals that's already under contract? Let me show you. Comment and let me know. YouTube family, come on, man. Shit, bro. Talk to me, man. Okay, let me show you. Okay, watch this. Put in your city and your state. I'll show you how easy it is to find deals that's already under contract. Currently, right now, I have a VA that is set up to only JV deals. That's all they're doing. And it's so hands-off. Because, like, any VA can do it. Because they don't have to talk. They don't have to negotiate with the seller, right? Like, you don't need high skills to actually JV. Because 50% of the work is already done. Like, talking to the seller, finding the deal, putting it on a contract, that's the hard part. Okay? So let me show you the software. And watch this, okay? Just watch. You see this? Ohio. This is in California. Do you see this in blue? These are two property that's currently under contract right now. So, Steven, if you're watching this, dude, right here, bro, you see here, when you see this, wholesale deal, which means that there's a wholesaler that has these two property under contract right now, and they're looking for a buyer. You just need to click on contact seller, and it will give you all the information to that wholesaler that you can reach out and say, hey, let's JV this deal. Can you send me more information on it? And then now you just need to market that deal out to your buyer and then JV. Okay, put in your city, your states. Hicksville, New York. Okay, let me try that. Okay, so all you need to do is right here. Okay, once you sign up, the software, it is called King Data. Okay, the software is called kingdata.ai. Right here. Okay, it's called kingdata.ai. It costs you $149 a month. It's a month-to-month. You can cancel anytime you want. Okay, and all you need to do is go here. Once you sign up, your dashboard is going to look something like similar to mine. And if you want some training videos, here are some training videos. Just click on here. Okay, there's a bunch of training videos on there that shows you exactly how to do it, how to use the software, maneuver through it. And then you just click on property leads, my friend. Oh, Steven, hold on a second. Let's go back. So, Steven, you need to create your website. So you can literally go in here and then click on create website, and boom, with the few click of a button, this thing will create your website for you. It's probably going to cost you some money. Okay, you click on property leads. Now let's put in, what's the city and states? Hicksville, New York. Right here, Hicksville, New York. Let's just see if there's any wholesale deal under contract. If there is any wholesale deal that's currently under contract, you will see it in blue. So currently right now, there's nothing in New York, bro. There's nothing in Hicksville, New York. Okay, nothing. So give me another city and state. Give me another city and state. Come on, man. YouTube family. Come on. Work with me, baby. Put in your city, your state. If we go the whole entire New York, let's just see if there is any deal property. Nope, none. Give me another. Give me another city, state. So there's currently not Georgia. Okay, BUF Bufford. Oh man, I suck at reading. New York, right here, baby. Oh, it's not New York. I'm sorry. Hold on a second. It is Georgia. GA. All right, let's see. So none. Oh, nope, there's two. So whoever it is right now who just comment, Liz, check this out, Liz. There's two property lists right now under contract in your area, Liz, that you can reach out to the wholesaler. They're asking is $331,000. Another one is for $130,000. You literally, all you need to do is click on contact seller, Liz. You reach out to this wholesaler and say, hey, I saw you got a property under contract. I love to send this deal out to my buyers. Are you interested in doing a JV deal with me? Bam. That's all you need to say, Liz. They'll send you all the information and you just send it out to your buyers, Liz. Liz, you can go on Facebook Marketplace. You can also go on here to find your buyers as well. But Liz, what you pay, and all it's going to cost you, Liz, is $149 a month to have access to the software. But it's way more than just JV deal. This is also where we go, Liz, to pull our cash buyer. It's also where we go to pull motivated seller leads. It's also where we go to skip trace. It's also where you go to build your website. It's also where you go to send out your direct mail. You can set up mailing campaign, like everything. This is truly a one-stop shop. Okay, Liz? So while you're trying to do your own wholesale deal, Liz, you can also JV deals with people. And it doesn't have to be just in Georgia. You know, Steven lives in California, and he's doing deals in Houston, Texas. But now that you have access to the software, Liz, you can literally go in any city. So we got another one here, Liz. Orlando, Florida. So you can basically just sit at home and go like this, Liz. Orlando, Florida. I probably spelled wrong. I spelled wrong. Orlando, Florida. Okay, right here. Bam. Let's just see if there's any wholesale deal. And you can just sit at home, Liz, and do this. Look at that, Liz, or whoever it is. There's currently right now, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like how would you be able to find these deals if you don't have access to a software like this? It's so important, guys. And I also want to let you know, dude, the first quarter is gone. So my question to you is, what have you done in the first quarter? Have you closed a deal yet? Have you took enough massive action? Have you actually put in the work? Because if you don't, then I'm telling you right now, you only got 9 months left. There's only 3 quarters left until 2025 is over. And this last 9 months is crucial because you don't want January of 2026 to come around and you're like, dude, I haven't done shit. I'm still exactly in the same spot as 2025, 2024, 2023. So you don't want to look back and say, man, I should have, I could have, I should have stick with it. I should have put in the work because now I'm still struggling, living paycheck to paycheck. I'm still stuck at the J-O to B that I don't want to be. And I'm still doing the same old shit. Like I should have been further ahead. And I know some of you think like that. You should have been further ahead. You should have more money in the bank. You should have been free from the J-O to B, travel the world. But it's because you haven't commit and you haven't been, so now you need to lock in and be laser focused and put in the work. So this last 9 months will either make it or break your whole 2025. I'm telling you guys right now. It's extremely important. Okay? So Liz, you can go on there. Boom. Give me another city and state. David Wynn said Sacramento, California. Let's go to California. Right here. And I'll show you guys how to sign up for the software. I mean, listen, I have a VA that all they do every day is they go into the software, they go in every city, every state, they look up for this, they reach out to the person, and we're doing $20,000 a month from just JV. $20,000 a month from JV. I do nothing with JV deals. I do nothing. Because it's so easy. Okay? So now we got to go to Sacramento, Oh, can't even spell it, man. Hold on a second. Sacro. S-A-C. Sorry. S-A-C. Shit. That's what happened when you're not a speller, you know? As you guys can see, S-A-C-A. Oh my God. A-M-E-N-T-O. Shit, spelled it wrong. It's not showing up, so I spelled it wrong. So S-A-C. 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 Oh my gosh. R-A-M. Okay. R-A-M-E-N-T-O. Right here. Let's just see if there is any. Boom. Right here. Look at that. Okay. Who is it that comment? David. You see here, David? There's 2 property under contract right now, David. One for $449,000, the other one for $3.5 million. And all you need to do is contact sellers, David, reach out to them and JV and start making money on these JV deals. Okay? Hold on a second. The boss, Lon, just texted me. Let me text it back. 5 minutes. Okay. Okay. So here's how you guys go and sign up. Okay. So let me show you how to sign up for this software so you can take advantage of it today. And also too is any skip tracing that you're going to do on the software, I will pay for it. So you never have to pay for skip tracing again. All you need to do is go to king.ai. You see this? Just go to kingdata.ai. There's a software, kingdata.ai. Listen, it's a month to month. You can cancel this anytime you want. So if you like, you use it for a month, you're like, oh, I don't like it, it didn't work, or you run out, dude, you can cancel. But my question to you is, who here would risk $149 to eventually make $10,000, $20,000, $2,000, even $2,000 a month, just like David, or I'm sorry, Steven. So all you need to do is go here, click get started today. And if I were you, I recommend you just sign up for the basic plan, but make sure you click on monthly. They auto set it on annual, but just click on monthly. It's $149 a month. Okay. But if you have the capital, if you pay for the whole entire year, it's going to save you about 33%, which means you end up saving about $600. So you have the capital. I would have just pay it, get it over with, and you won't have to pay it again until April of 2026. And just click get started. It'll take you to, you put in your information, boom, and then you just said, yes, I want this product, and then bam, you're done. And then you can go in there, and you can just go in there, and then you would have, you know, your dashboard, and then you just start, you know, doing what I just did and start JVing. So I look forward to hearing your success story on a JV deal. Okay, if you choose to do this route, just JVing with people. And I hope that this, you know, video can help you guys out. Okay, and if it does, boom, smash the thumbs up. Now, for those of you who'd be like, if you have 9 months left and you'll be like, hey, Khang, I need some coaching, I need some mentorship. Who here be like, hey, Khang, I love to work with you and your team. I need mentor, coaching. I need that hands-on training. Who here need that? JV, not JB, dude. JV, my bad. Just go to coachwithkhang.com. Book a call with my team. Love to have you on the academy. I love to spend this last 9 months with you, or 6 months, or whatever it is, because we have a 6-month program or a 12-month program. But I love to spend that time with you. So you got to be willing to commit at least 6 months or 12 months with me. We'll take you by your hands and we'll show you exactly how to do it. Okay? JV, dude, it's called joint venture. It stands for joint venture. But just go to coachwithkhang.com and love to take you through this process and show you how to get your first deal done. All right? I appreciate each and every single one of you that's on here. Truly hope that this video not only motivates and inspire you, but let you know that, hey, this is the time that you need to lock in and go get that money. Until next time, you guys take care, and let's go get this money. I'm out.